Well, shit. This is Stormwind in WoW Classic. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's a dead game. It happened, boys. It's a dead game. There's nobody here. Oh, it's like they said. It's like they said, that bringing in paid microtransactions was going to kill the game. I can't believe they were right. The sweaty nerds were right. The cheap bastards were right. Nobody is paying to play World of Warcraft Classic on the Classic Era server because a new shiny toy has come out and they're all playing on the Burning Crusade server.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Well, maybe this will turn out different. So I got my boosty here. All right, he's all boosted up and ready to go. He's got his little flower and his little swordy. I did the opening quests, and I just wanted to show you guys that maybe, just maybe, this game's not dead. As you can see, we got warp stalkers already, boy. Warp stalkers everywhere. We got boosties all over the place. Stormwind is popping off. People have paid for their deluxe editions or their boosts. Everybody's got one. Everybody's good to go. The crybabies, I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are. They're not here. They're not having fun. And like it's, that part of Stormwind's always popping, except on the Classic Era servers, which I imagine they'll go back up population-wise as the expansion becomes less fresh and new. Because people lobbied for those for a long time, and there are people who are going to play on them. But I just wanted to show all these wonderful boosts. We got people having a blast out here questing. They're in the eastern western plaguelands, ganking the fuck out of each other, questing it up, farming mobs, PvP, taking towers, farming honor. And speaking of farming honor, another boosty there. Usually they're up here in large numbers. You go right in to where the battleground queues are, and it's like bam, a whole nother set of people queued up for these battlegrounds that they're just farming for honor. Usually just like, I don't know, some people are just like jumping in and losing to farm honor, I guess. But other people are just playing the game, just trying to fight. But boosties all over the place is the message here, and lots of them. And I mean, there's people, like you can see here, there's some people with like, this guy's obviously not a boosty, right? Because boosties have like regular green gear. This guy's got raid gear, right? So you can tell that there's some boosties and that there's some non-boosties, and everybody's just chilling. Everybody's just waiting for that new expansion, for the dark portal to open. Some PvP, some people farming, mats, materials out in Swamp of Sorrows. People have paid their tithe for the content that they loved, that they wanted so much. A lot of people, Classic meant a lot to a lot of people because they don't like the modern game, and they really have like an emotional resonance with the original World of Warcraft. It represents a time in their life, right? And that's true of me, mostly for Wrath of the Lich King. But there's a lot more people that resonate with the Burning Crusade expansion, which is going to be June 1st officially. And they were willing to pay some money because it's a hobby that they have. And here's the thing about hobbies. If you can't afford your hobby, you might have the wrong hobby, and I don't say that to pour shame or be mean. I would love to get into, I'd love to get into collecting foreign sports cars, like get me a Lambo and a Ferrari and have a nice big garage to show them off in. And I can't afford that. Does that mean that the foreign sports car companies are predatory? Or does that mean that there's a certain niche that is filled that requires money to get into it? Likewise, a little more reasonable, right? I actually am a big fan of Warhammer 40k. I used to have an army. I don't know what happened. I think it got lost while moving. To get another army, I don't know if anybody's played Warhammer 40k. It's a little expensive. And then on top of that, I can't paint or do any type of like arts and crafts type shit well. So like I could have them half painted shittily or pay somebody to paint them. To get a fully painted army for 40k of like Ultramarines, I'm talking a couple $100, right? Gaming is actually an everyman thing. It's actually it's expensive but affordable. And what I mean by that is Warcraft is something that even poorer people can put in their price range. But if other people want to spend a little bit more, it's still an approachable hobby. A lot of these same people that would buy, the Warp Stalker package here for $70, those same people probably wouldn't buy a $400 or $500 Warhammer 40k army, and that's fine. Another good example, Dungeons and Dragons. Has anybody actually gotten into Dungeons and Dragons not leeched off of other people, but actually been a dungeon master and bought some books or some resources for like Roll20 or whatever? It's a hell of a lot more expensive than this, bro. Hell of a lot more expensive. And my point with this is saying, look, I understand that some of you can't afford the higher end stuff. That doesn't make it predatory that it exists. And it isn't ruining the game. I'm sorry, it's not. It's a different game. Look, if you want the original Burning Crusade experience, get yourself a time machine. It was never going to happen. It was never going to happen, not the way you wanted it. No Changes Classic wasn't even exactly like the 2004 iteration of the game. And now they said some changes, so it's even less like the 2007 launch of the Burning Crusade. And that's okay. It is what it is. It's not Shadowlands retail. It's not, Elder Scrolls Online. It's Burning Crusade era classic. And you're either going to like it and you're going to put a lot of hours, like I've said in other videos, 1,000 hours for $70 worth of your investment. To a lot of people, that's value. And if it's not value to you, well, too bad. But it seems to be value to a lot of fucking people here that have boosted characters. Like, I'm just saying, almost all the characters that you're seeing on screen as I pan around, almost all of them are boosts. I mean, there's a lot more Warp Stalkers around, I think, too, than you would even think. There's 2 just there. I've seen at least 3 in Stormwind right now. Yeah, there's 3 right there. 1, 2, 3. 4. Right? There's the Dark Portal toys. People using the Dark Portal Hearthstone toy. Right? Those are people. Every one of those people with the toys or with the mount is the $70 purchaser. And they're happy with their purchase. You know how I know? Because they're in town showing them off. They're in town showing them off. They're not out there like trying to hide it. And nobody's spitting on anybody. Nobody's like trying to fucking money shame people, rich shame people for buying a boost or whatever. Yeah, boosties are a little more hostile in the open world. I've been ganked by a lot of boosties as I was leveling my warlock up. That's for sure. I think more boosties are likely to fucking attack you on sight than non-boosties. That's fine. That's fine. Look, you run your raids the way you want. You run your PvP groups the way you want. You run your guilds the way you want. If you want to say no boosties, good luck. Good luck finding enough people to have a guild with no boosties, no digital deluxe edition people. Good luck. You're gonna make a guild of all the poors. Yeah, that's what you should call it. You should call your guild the poors and try and find only people who've not spent any extra money on the Burning Crusade. I'd love to see it. Love to see it. Let me know if anybody's got a guild like that. I'd love to have a chat with them. The rest of us are out here having a good time, man. Spending some money on the hobby we love. Looking at all these crybaby WoW YouTubers that nobody watches. I realized that me watching them as I was getting hyped for this puts me in such a minority. Nobody fucking cares what Asmongold or Bellular or any of these people actually think. And that's the truth. They want to cry about it, but the average person is just like, you know what? I really want that fucking Warp Stalker mount, or I really want that fucking Dark Portal toy, or I really want a boosty, and that was me. I wanted a boosty. I don't care. I don't care about pretty ponies nearly as much as I care about not spending 200 hours leveling this mage, so that I can go level paladin or probably a priest. Either way, I'm having fun. I hope everybody else playing the game now is having fun. If you're not having fun because of the cost, maybe take up knitting. No, wait. Needles and yarn cost money. Fuck. What could you take up as a hobby that wouldn't cost any money? Masturbating? Just throwing that out there. Y'all probably do an amount of that anyway, but it is what it is, guys. Have fun if you're playing the game. If you're not having fun, get fucked.